Or you
I
never
don't.
know.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go in there and spar. I don't think it's gonna be you trying to kill me or I'm trying to kill you. I think it's let's go in here and make this money. It's more of a business tactic than anything.
100%.
And he went from Disney to, you know, getting paid what I told you. World champions that have dedicated their whole life to this sport,
Yeah.
they will never get paid. Not even a percentage of what he's making.
Yeah.
Or are you about it because it's promoting the sport of boxing?
Nah, it don't bother me because if I was in that position, I'd be happy. I always look at it like that. Like if I was in that position, I'd be happy making all these millions of dollars. It don't count. It's just for show. I mean, it's a win-win.
Terence Crawford reacted to Gervonta Davis fighting Jake Paul by saying it's more of a business deal than a real fight. He pointed out the massive weight gap, a 135-pound lightweight against a 200-pound cruiserweight, making it seem more like an exhibition than serious competition. Crawford admitted Jake Paul has power and size, while Tank is explosive and skilled, but insisted this matchup is about entertainment and money, not boxing legacy. According to him, it's a smart financial move, not a genuine test of skill.
I didn't like that one.
Jake too big for Tank. You know, in reality, he's way too big for Tank. Like Tank is very talented, punch hard, explosive, uh, the whole 9 yards. But
Yeah, because some people say Jake's fight's rigged. He's like suing people now that say they're rigged. You see that? But how could they rig it before? Because like, what if they just say, "Oh, we're gonna go soft on each other," and then Tank just fucking throws it right at Jake?
Jake can punch with that right hand. Like I seen him, what I mean, up close in person. Like dude is big. He's not as slow as people think he is, and he can punch. That's why a lot of people know. Like there was times where him and Tyson, was in the ring and he could have like laid it on Tyson, but he kind of like held back.
You could tell.
And that's the same with Tyson. Like Tyson could have caught Jake with something, and he just like, yeah. So you can see it.
If you had to choose someone to win that fight, who do you think wins?
Honestly, I think Jake by youth.
Really?
Yeah.
Ameliano Vargas spoke candidly about how modern boxing has evolved, largely because of figures like Jake Paul. He explained that Jake realized early on that today's boxing world isn't just about skill, discipline, or legacy. It's about attention, hype, and entertainment. Fans' excitement, social media traction, and viral moments now determine who earns the biggest paydays. Vargas called it unfair that lifelong champions who fought elite opponents and perfected their craft make far less than influencers driven by spectacle and showmanship. He admitted that Jake cracked the code early. If you build drama, create buzz, and keep the spotlight on yourself, the money naturally follows. While Vargas seemed somewhat impressed by Jake's marketing genius, he also sounded disappointed, noting that boxing is slowly drifting away from pure competition and becoming more of a global entertainment business, where charisma and clicks often outweigh true talent and hard-earned legacy.
Right. Explain this to me, not in basketball terms, just funny. Explain this to me like a third grader. What is an exhibition fight?
I don't even know, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. All I know is that Jake is making. I don't. Goddamn.
But when they say it,
God bless Jake, bro, because this is what he figured out. He figured out this. He figured out boxing is all about attention.
100%.
And he went from Disney to, getting paid what I told you. World champions that have dedicated their whole life to this sport,
Yeah.
they will never get paid. Not even a percentage of what he's making.
Yeah.
But because attention brings dollars. It doesn't matter if it's a podcast, if it's a movie premiere, if it's boxing. If there's no attention on it, you're not going to make no money from it.
This is like the WNBA conversation.
For sure.
They don't make the money because they don't have the attention.
No, for sure. I was at the WNBA yesterday, and that shit was looking lit.
It was lit?
I was chopping it up with Floyd was there.
It was
Like
good?
people they won by like I think 1 or 2 points, but I was standing up and I was jumping. It's the finals though.
Yeah.
It's the finals. So, all that aside, I just feel like Gervonta could crack though, bro.
Oh,
Gervonta could crack. I mean,
So this is what I want to-
sparring, he's sparred light heavyweights and heavyweights before. Like this ain't nothing new
even taller guys.
for sure.
Yeah, so what I really want to ask you in regards to that fight is like, obviously someone like Gervonta is not in his mind, he's not going to go out there and look stupid, no matter how it goes.
Right. No, he's not.
But that's what when I see it's an
He's not.
exhibition fight, I'm like, what does that mean?
And you can still get knocked out. You know, I feel like that means there's not going to be no winner.
No effect on the record.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. But you could get knocked out.
So you don't think, because like, you know, the beef now is like, this shit's the WWE. That's what people say about
I
boxing.
mean,
Showbiz the Adult explained that Gervonta "Tank" Davis isn't taking Jake Paul lightly, even though their fight is officially labeled an exhibition. According to him, Tank views this as an opportunity to showcase his dominance to the entire world. A decisive victory over Jake wouldn't just excite boxing fans, it would elevate his global reputation to new heights. That's why Tank's coach has revealed he's training with the same intensity as if this were a world title bout. Showbiz stressed that for Tank, losing isn't an option. The internet never forgets, and one poor showing against a YouTuber-turned-boxer could shadow his career forever. While there's no championship belt at stake, Tank fully understands the stakes for his legacy and image. He wants to remind everyone that there's a massive difference between a lifelong professional fighter and a celebrity who picked up boxing for fame and clicks.
You mean to tell me you start hitting Jake with some shit, he ain't gonna fight back? Some fact. But he had you on a hit list before this fight even happened. So his mental is on you. So you have to take him.
What Tank Davis doesn't know he's risking is crazy. I hope he knows now. The fan base doesn't know what Tank is. Y'all just seeing it as WWE shit. That Jake Paul is an opportunist. And that Jake Paul is going to try to knock him out. He's going to try to knock him out, do this, cross his arms. He's going to try to do that shit. If he hits Tank and Tank has Bambi legs, that goes on. Jake Paul gave Tank Bambi legs. He'll get trolled so much, Tank may retire. Tank got to knock that guy out, and y'all don't realize it. And regardless of the reality of it being an exhibition, that shit, the sight of that is going to go viral. Tank going to have to take it seriously and knock his ass out, bro.
Danny Garcia and several boxing analysts see the upcoming Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul matchup as more of an entertainment spectacle than a legitimate sporting contest. They admit it's not a fair fight between equals, but rather a business-driven event crafted to capture global attention and massive revenue. Still, they recognize the powerful curiosity behind it. Fans genuinely want to see what happens when a smaller, explosive fighter like Tank faces a much bigger yet less skilled opponent like Jake. That unpredictable what-if factor keeps audiences hooked. Analysts also believe this could be one of Tank's final major appearances before retirement, a perfect opportunity for him to secure a life-changing payday while leaving the sport financially on top. While the fight may not carry historical significance or add to his legacy, it undeniably strengthens his brand and broadens his global reach, making it a smart strategic move from a business standpoint rather than a purely competitive one.
I think Tank Davis, I have a feeling, bro, Tank Davis is going to retire after this fight. Sometimes when you get a big payday like that against a fight like Jake Paul, like you as a professional boxer, does that shit bother you, or are you about it because it's more the sport of boxing?
No, it don't bother me because if I was in that position, I'd be happy. I always look at it like that. Like if I was in that position, I'd be happy making all these millions of dollars. You know, it don't count. It's just for show. I mean, it's a win-win. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the prize. It's the fight.
Does Tank Davis get it done with Jake Paul? Jake Paul's a little bit bigger.
It's interesting. I don't think it's gonna be easy for none of them. I think it's gonna be interesting because Jake is a big dude and Jake is not a bum. Like
Right.
Jake knows how to fight a little bit.
Right.
And Tank is a lot smaller. I think it's gonna be entertaining for sure. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in because I just want to see like the outcome for sure.
Right,
You
so-
have it tomorrow. See?
Yeah, I've been saying that. I think, see, Danny, you can attest to this. I see when Jake came into the sport of boxing, it's just, of course, we say, oh, it's just a goofy YouTuber or a content creator coming into the actual combat sports. He came in with such hype and so many eyeballs to where at first he didn't look the greatest. But he's really proved it. The more people have doubted him, the more people have hated on him, the more people have said these things about him, the more it's fueled his fire to where he stayed in the gym enough to where you see Jake now running off combinations and actually kind of look like a boxer.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in the beginning was like, man, I've been doing this my whole life. Man. You can't let some guy, let somebody come in here and just make all this money. And
Right.
nobody said that as a boxer, but as he kept, or a fighter, as he kept doing it, like I kind of started to respect it. Because, I mean, how many people could really, like, turn one fan base into another? You know what I mean? Like, you could be a YouTuber and then you could try to be like a rapper and your fans don't go with you. Like, his fans really followed him to the boxing world. Like, you got to respect, you got a loyal fan base. Cause it's like, if I try to drop a song, nobody gonna listen to it. You know what I mean?
Analysts admit the Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul showdown may look absurd on paper, but its spectacle has undeniably captured global attention. The massive size difference, the clash of styles, and the media frenzy surrounding it make this one of the most talked-about exhibitions in boxing history. Behind all the hype, experts believe this fight will reveal the truth about skill versus power, whether Tank's elite technique can overcome Jake's brute strength. Regardless of the outcome, this event proves how far boxing has evolved into a blend of sport and entertainment. It's not just about who wins, it's about who controls the spotlight and the narrative. As fans, we're witnessing boxing's new era unfold right before our eyes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explosive updates, fight breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes stories that keep the fight game alive.